Good afternoon, everybody. Elie and Rami, we're back.
We're back.
Auto real estate trend, something special today. We're actually visiting Rami at his new office.
Yeah, we're at 291 Olmsted, the new mortgage approvals Ottawa team. We moved here about a month and a half ago, and it's going great. Yeah.
Yeah, things are going well.
Oh, absolutely. We love it. Oh,
Place looks good.
Come by 291 Olmsted.
Come and visit. Today's topic for the auto real estate trend is the following: removing conditions in a crazy seller's market.
Yeah, or going in with no conditions.
Or going in with no conditions. What are some of the consequences, and what have you seen on the finance side?
Well, there's a few times where the lender will ask for an appraisal when it's less than 20% down, and one of those cases or one of those scenarios is when you go over asking. So if the house is listed at 300, you go at 320 or 330, the lender's going to want to make sure that the value is there. So they might ask for an appraisal. If the appraisal comes back at 300, it's up to the buyer to make sure they have the extra $20,000 or $30,000 to put down.
So an important thing is, as well as then, to also have an educated agent by your side, because even myself, I've seen it happen when I had listings. These agents are coming in and telling their clients, yeah, go unconditional, you have nothing to worry about, remove your finance condition.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous, right?
It is dangerous, yeah, absolutely.
So how do you continue to have a competitive edge when the whole market's doing it?
Maybe give a small term for finance conditions.
So instead of 5 business days, two business days?
Yeah, 2 business days. And if the broker does his due diligence and collects the income information or the income documents up front, and then the buyer's agent or the seller's agent sends in the purchase agreement and the MLS as soon as the offer is accepted, that gives you a much better chance to waive conditions in a couple of days. But going in with no financing, it's dangerous.
Can we give people the danger of a quick summary of what happened? You have a buyer buys a house unconditional, so no finance or inspection.
Yep.
And then the appraiser comes in next week and says it's valued $50K less. What happens to that buyer?
The buyer will very likely have to put a much higher down payment.
And if they don't have the down payment, what do?
They will need to find the money.
And if they don't find the money, I'm just trying I want to show the viewers. The consequence. What would happen?
Worst case scenario, they have to back out of the deal. They're getting sued by the seller. Wow. And this is a bad situation for the seller as well. You need to make sure that the buyer actually has an approval, and you can't get a real approval until there's a property.
So, if you're a listing agent, is it imperative and I think beneficial for the seller to, if they're going to come in with an unconditional offer a letter of approval? Not a pre-approval, a letter of approval? Is that possible?
It's not possible, because in order to get
the approval, you need the house.
You need the house.
Okay.
Because the lender's also looking at the house. You want the lender to like the house. It's a lot. Your chances of getting approved without an appraisal requirement is if you go less than 20% down, right? If it's an insured mortgage, but there's always a chance that an appraisal is required.
So remember, guys, this is your key takeaway notes. You hire professionals to get you one of your biggest investments of your life. So I think it's like Rami says, it's very imperative and very important. Make sure whoever's playing on your team has your best interest.
Absolutely.
So that's something completely important. For the finance side, for the inspection side, pre-inspection, you can't go wrong with it. So for example, you would be pretty much doing if they're presenting offers 5 days after from the first day it launches, just do a pre-inspection if you really like it. At least you can remove that. Right. But stay protected on the finance side. So remember that. Your key players better have your best interest in your life.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
And thank
See
you,
soon.
Bye-bye.
Next week.